Boys and girls, it's Thursday, April 30th. PowerPoint Chapter 9, 9.4, Rehearsed and Saved Timings. Didn't talk about this yesterday, but we always talk about our standards. Just happened to miss it yesterday. Demonstrate different delivery methods for slide presentations, including packaging for CD delivery, video projection on mouse click, rehearsed timings, which is what we're focusing on today, printing options, outlines, handouts, slides, and notes. So again, 9.4 is about rehearsing and saving timings. Now, I can tell you this right now, guys, just as easy as yesterday was. This is even easier because you really can't do this. And I'll point it out to you when we do the activity and the assessment, how this really isn't a real life situation. And I'll explain why, what I mean by that. But I'm going to go ahead and swap us over to our other screen here. And there we go. So 9C, topic 9C, set presentation timings. Timing is, as the saying goes, timing is everything. To ensure that you can preset your presentation for optimal flow, PowerPoint incorporates rehearsed timings feature so you can record the amount of time you spend on each slide and on the presentation in its entirety. So really what this is about, guys, is walking through the slide deck and or the presentation and talking through it so that you know how much time you're spending on each slide, because if you only have a half an hour to present stuff, you've got to cut it down to that amount. So that's really what this is about. They don't present it that way in this particular lesson. They basically go through how you start the recording and then advance to the next slide. So once it starts, you just basically click the next arrow to advance to the next slide once you're done talking, and the counter keeps going up, okay? So basically what it is, like I said, it gives you an opportunity to see how long your presentation will be. Now, I've talked about this before. You don't always say everything that shows up on a slide, okay? You're gonna paraphrase some things. You might go into more depth on certain things rather than others. So basically, this is really all about, from a professional perspective, knowing how long your particular presentation is going to take you. And if you've got a limited amount of time, or if you want to get it done in a certain amount of time, this helps you do it, okay? So, as it says, once you're satisfied with the time spent on the current slide, select the arrow icon to go to the next slide, okay? That will bring you to the next slide, all right? In the setup show, you've got two options. The one that you need to use if you rehearse timings is use timings if present, okay? Not manually. You need to use timings if present if you rehearse your timings. And our question here, in the setup show dialog box, you have two options to advance slides. I just said it, manually and use timings if present. So manually is the answer here, boys and girls. Manually. By the way, as we're moving on to the activity, now there's no video for this one, okay, because it's really that simple, so it's going to be quick as well. In the pen tools for this chapter is quick quiz from the pen tools. Which two tools in the pen tools permanently stay on the slide? The pen and the what? The highlighter. The highlighter and the pen and the highlighter and the pen and the highlighter. Okay, those two tools stay on the slide unless you erase them, okay? The pointer is the other tool. It does not stay on the slide. It just is like a regular laser pointer. It points something out and then it disappears, okay? Let's start a new attempt here for me. I went through this because I wanted to see how easy it was, because I figured it was going to be easy. Sometimes I go through them beforehand, sometimes I don't. So, boys and girls, this is going to seem ridiculously simple, okay? Select rehearse timings icon. They don't even have you go to the slideshow tab. They have you there already. Rehearse timings, okay? It says from beginning, so we want to rehearse it from the beginning of the slideshow. All right? This is where you would talk, and then what they're assuming is you're talking for 4 seconds about this slide, okay? This slide, sure, you might want to talk about for 4 seconds, but if you look at any of the other slides that we're going to go through here, so if I click, and all you do is click the advance arrow. Now what they're assuming here is I'm only talking about this slide during my presentation for 5 seconds. You would not be, unless you ran through these like a freight train. You wouldn't get through even saying these things in 5 seconds. Okay, so again, like I said before, this is a little bit of a not real example of what the times would be. Guys, in this activity and assessment, all you're doing is clicking the forward arrow and then click yes and then click file. Okay, I explained to you what this is about. Okay, that's what I want you to remember about this. That the reason why you're rehearsing the activity, or I'm sorry, rehearsing your timings, is to see how long your slideshow lasts, and you have to do it while you're speaking like you would speak about the slides. Okay. So I'll start a new attempt here too. This is exactly the same. The wording is different from the assessment question perspective or tasks perspective, as we always see. Rehearse timings for the slideshow from beginning. Advance the first 4 seconds and every 5 seconds after that. Save the new slide timings. Select file when done. What did we do before? We were on the slideshow tab. Here's the rehearse timings. We click on it. It wants us to click from beginning. Okay. And now at that point, all we do is just click this arrow. This is 4 seconds for the first one. We don't have to type it in. Why they don't make you type it in, I have no idea. I shouldn't say that. I know why they did it, because this automatically increases. Okay. The timer is constantly on. Okay. We click yes here. All right, we click file to close. You got your 100. Boys and girls, last day of April, right? I think, right? Today's Thursday, I just said. I believe so. Yeah, so tomorrow's May 1st. Quarantine is supposed to end. Who knows? I know schools closed. There's probably going to be some limited opening of certain things, going back to a little bit of normal. Please keep yourself safe. Please do what you can, okay? And we will see you tomorrow on the 1st of May.